So I really just wanted to clean up the 240 because it's been a minute since it's been washed. But not even half an hour after washing it, it's already dirty from the frickin' Florida pollen. I guess that's what I get for trying to wash the car in the springtime. Look at this. Crap already landing on it. It is what it is though. I mean, I've never been one to keep my cars spotless, but I can definitely appreciate a clean car when I see one. And no, before you guys start roasting me in the comments saying, "Oh, Alan, you're not doing the 2-bucket method." No, I'm not. It's over a 22-year-old car. The paint's not going to be perfect, but I did go over it with a clay bar to get all of the tiny little crap particles out of the paint, and she's looking pretty good. I also went through the interior and gave that a nice good vacuuming and cleaned up the dash from dust and dirt and all that. It's a pretty clean car if you ask me. But if there's one thing that bothers me about this car, is the fact that the previous owner put an SE spoiler on it, and as soon as I got it, I removed it, and I had this pretty ghetto way of patching the holes in the trunk from it. I ran over to my local Home Depot and picked up some red electrical tape and applied it to both sides with the holes. And if we pop the trunk real quick, I applied tape underneath to keep water from leaking into the trunk. I mean, it was a good temporary fix, and I had the intentions of taking it to a body shop and having them Bondo over it and then respray the trunk, but I just never got around to that. So, in an attempt to not have the 240 look that trashy with the electrical tape, I figured we might as well reinstall the wing. Even though I love the wingless look 10 times more, the electrical tape to me just degrades the value of the car. So I figured we might as well just throw this one back on and see what it looks like. I just wish that the previous owner just didn't even bother with putting a wing on it, because the wingless look is, my favorite. Hopefully it didn't leave too much residue. Uh-oh, maybe it did. Oh man, that scared me. I thought it was taking off the paint. So I scoured the garage to find the Goo Gone that I thought we had, but didn't have any, so I used this bug and tar remover and a little bit of elbow grease with a microfiber and got it right off. Same with the passenger side. Well, actually, before I install it back onto the car, I forgot that there's like a little, not gasket, almost like a rubber grommet that the wing sits on. So what I did is I just got some 3M mounting tape and just put it along the edge and then cut holes for the screws. Now the driver's side is fine because it still has the gasket there. So now she's ready to be put onto the car. Also, shout out Mama Bush for the tacos. So I got the wing on. Took a little bit of finagling. It would have helped if Drift Dad was here to help me, but no, he has to go on a business trip. And I don't know how I feel about it. I think I like it better from the rear than I do from the sides. Yeah, I don't really care for it from this view, but at least it's a lot better than having 4 holes in the trunk. I will say though, I do like it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Should I keep the wing on it, or should I just use red electrical tape again? And no, I don't want anyone in here saying, "Oh, take the wing off and throw a Big Country Labs wing on it." There is no way I would do that on a bone stock KA S14. Then again, my stupid self is running 255 width tires on an 18 by 10.5 on the rear. What do you think, Nacho? What do you think? Am I stupid? Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Give me this. It's not a toy. I'll tell you what though, I sure am having second thoughts about getting rid of this thing. Is she fast? Not. But seriously, I don't think you could find a better 240 to daily. Yeah, the car has its quirks, like the clutch pedal kind of feels a little off. Maybe I need to rebleed the master and slave cylinders. Sometimes the speedometer doesn't work and requires me to tap it a little bit. But the AC blows cold, the heater's nice and hot. It's the perfect daily. Guys, I just found something. Something very rare in the car community. a girl that drives a Mustang. She probably doesn't want to race. I'm gonna beat you, I'm gonna beat you. She got smoked by a 22-year-old Nissan. So I figured I would drive you all to one of my favorite spots in town, the beach. I mean, obviously I can't drive the 240 onto the beach, but if we really wanted to get to it, all you gotta do is walk about 1/8 of a mile that way. So close enough. But to get to the main point of this video, I've had so many people reach out to me asking what my cash price is for the S14. On some of the ads that I've posted on a couple of Facebook pages, I even went as far to say that I don't have a cash price. And that's true. I value this car a lot more than what it's worth. And instead of getting chewed out by everyone in the 240 community for applying the drift tax to this car, I figured I might as well just keep it up for trade. And the reason why I don't want to sell it is honestly because I just want to trade it. So yes, I do appreciate all you guys reaching out to me asking for a price, but the main reason why I would rather just trade it, because if I were to sell this thing and then get a 350Z, I would have to pay for the tax, title, and license. All that crap. But if I were to find someone that was down to trade this car for a 350Z with a little bit of cash either way, all I would have to pay is just the transfer of plate, because I would be keeping the license plate off this car. And I could get a lot more of a 350Z for the money by trading this thing as opposed to having to spend the money on taxes if I were to buy one and then of course have it registered. Now I don't know if I addressed exactly the reason why I want to get into a 350Z, but I'm basically I wouldn't say I'm getting peer pressured into getting one, but my friends Matt the Ginge, Taylor Ray, and Adam LZ, I know all you guys know them, have been pushing for me to get into the Z chassis. You know how cool it would be to see the four of us tandeming in basically the same cars, staying door to door on each other? Just the thought of that alone really makes me want to get into a 350Z, but I just know that I might end up regretting it. Clean 350Zs, there's tons out there, but clean S14s that were owned by old ladies, now that's rare. You know, with me, I'm so indecisive when it comes to any big decision in my life. For all we know, tomorrow, I might just want to get rid of this thing completely and get into a Jeep or something and go off-roading. Probably not, but you get what I'm saying. But for now, all I know is that I can really just sit back and appreciate how awesome this car is. And if I ever do end up getting rid of her or trading her for something, that will be a sad, sad day. So with that said, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know a lot of you were kind of on the fence with me getting rid of this thing, but either way, I was kind of wanting to change things up. But who knows? So from me and my clean Zenki, we hope you guys have an awesome day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.